Okay, there are two more Blockly games I want to do, but one we'll leave for next week. It's about music. This one's about a bird who's trying to catch a worm and go to her nest, I guess. So we can just take a look at what's going on here. That wasn't good. So this bird has got to go off on a heading, and a heading means moving in a particular direction. And if we drag this on here, we can change this heading. If you click in the number, you can start to think, where do you want this to go? And I think to get that worm, she's got to go 45 degrees, and then she'll go to her nest. Let's have a look. Looks better. Perfect. And so the JavaScript here is called heading, and it just indicates a direction. Think of 45 as the number of degrees from the vertical that she's got to go from. So now we'll go on to level 2. So it's a bit more complicated. So it's an if statement. So at the moment she hasn't got the worm, and it says we're going to go on one heading if she hasn't got it, and a different heading if she does. So for as long as she hasn't got the worm, we want her to go that way. So it says if she doesn't have the worm, the heading should be 0 degrees. Else, that means the opposite. So if she does have the worm, then she needs to go straight up. So we need a different heading when she has got the worm. And the different heading is 90 degrees, which is straight up. Let's have a look at that. Hope it's going to work. Let's check it. If she doesn't have the worm, do one heading. Else, in other words, if she does have the worm, do another heading. So now she has got the worm, and her heading changes to 90. So the JavaScript, if no worm, head that way. Else, i.e. if she has got the worm, head that way. I'm going to do level 3 and then leave the rest to you. So now she's got to go down somehow, get the worm, and then go up. Now, we could take her down here and turn right and do that, but I think we can just have a heading that goes straight to the worm. We've got to get around this object. So if she doesn't have the worm, I want her to go about something like that. Maybe that one. 300 degrees looks about right. And then if she does have it, I want her to go that way. So the heading needs to be something like that one. Let's try. So if she doesn't have the worm, she's going to go down towards the worm. If she does have the worm, she's going to go up towards the nest. I hope. It's good, doesn't it? Again, just before you move on, check the JavaScript that you've created. I'm not going to do level 4, I'm just going to show you level 4. Because this relies on your maths knowledge of coordinates. So I will do a little bit of that actually. So we've got some x coordinates here, and in later levels you're going to have y coordinates. But at the moment we're going to say this is the less than sign. So really what we want to happen is for her to go that way as long as x is less than 80. Okay, so x here is about 15 or 20, so you can move along. As long as x is 50, 60, 70, we want her to keep moving this way. As soon as x hits 80, then we want her to change. So we would put, I'm not going to do it, but we would put that in there. You would change this number. Because obviously if it's x equals 50 and she changes, she's going to change there and going to bash into this thing. So as long as x is less than, I think it will be 80, we need one heading, horizontal, and then once x reaches 80, we want it to go down, so we need a different heading. I'm not going to put them in, I'm going to leave them to you. Okay, good luck.